So it starts, he's talking about money, the whole trip is like not to, just grabbing your instrument, you have a bigger scale length than on an electric bass. Not significantly, but there's that too. Like, get an electric bass. Says the dude whose amp isn't working and does this for a living. At any rate. So when we're doing this, it's right here where you need to maintain, your ring finger's readiness or whatever. So there's the trip. It's just don't go. And like we were saying, that goes back to like it was actually hard to push down at one point, but this is the easy part. You can do that with your pinky with ease. So yeah. Anyway, and then we did this page of exercises and shit that I'm not. Well, we might as well do that. Okay, so I did this page of exercises where I was like, there's the first one, and that was octaves, then fifths, or power chords, and then I did one that was similar one, and then I went, that's a lot harder. Alright, let's decide with number 2 you're going to do at the end, you're going to just go first. So you basically pretend the last note's not there, which will go. In fact, it's like way too hard to do the last thing. So cool, and that already happened in our there. So anyway, there it is. Anyway, so the point was to get in that order. We've gone. We went. Now we've gone the highest note, the lowest note, the one in the middle as well. Cool. And then we were talking about what song is this? It's some song. We also talked about playing Watermelon Man, just going, and that I wrote down somewhere, I believe. So yeah, it's like. That quite a bit, which isn't a ghost, it's like E to F really quick, which would sound like shitty if I was like, here's my song, and it goes. It kind of just sounds like no. Cool, so there's, anyway, and the bulk of what we're doing, 3 minutes in, is our different versions of Chameleon. Don't spend too much time on the other shit if you don't have time, this is mainly our thing. So, first one is just the. Excuse me. That's what we're doing. So our first one's, and then we've got one of them's like non-adjacent strings, one of them's rolling through the chord, but then instead of. Cool. So there's the first one. We're just index all day, and that's fine. I just don't like that part, like, because there's so many songs where we're like, versus like, it's like just that, there's so many songs that are like 4-finger major scaly, and what happens is people make their deductive reasoning process, I will make everything like that, when there's, so much strong fingery type shit that we're doing. So that's more realistically what we're doing. But then it's kind of cool to do it all in position. So number 2, we're just going, this is the one you liked where we're like, so there we go, with the one open string to transition. And then we've got the same exact thing, but we just don't use an open string. You just go, which is, that's the same amount of like pain in the ass as that. So there's that one. That was 4, and then 5 is kind of the interesting, just more as an exercise one, where we're like going. You're making it. So there we're doing what dude on the video was trying to accomplish by making it all efficient and in position, but just not. And we want it to be versus like, because there are so many riffs that are like, with this whole thing, like in money. Cool. So there we are. Everything else is the same amount efficient. We're on. And then up here we're going. So same thing, it's like these two open index. And if I had to pick a four-finger, like do an efficient version of this, it would be what we're doing right now. Which is how I want it to go, but it fully goes. I wonder if every other time it goes. And then I think it happens at some point in the song, but regardless, it totally goes. So I won't get it one more time. And yeah, that whole staccato thing. Most of the tone is accomplishing with the pedal, but this, he's hitting the strings really hard, and muting after each one. Cool. So normal notes right here. This normal notes then. Cool. Awesome, man. That's a bunch of cool stuff. Maybe don't spend too much time on money. I guess what would be optimal probably would be go like, yeah, so here I am over here talking about, yeah, so 1, money spread out, 2, chameleon, and then 3, the exercises that we did over on the other page, and then like 4, a little bit, we talked about Watermelon Man. Which is just sort of just like a fun, hey, look, how to do this. Anyway, that's the interval, a third, or, we're like do, re, mi. So that's what we're doing here. That was like, that's the same note. So just new thoughts that like, when you get to the top of a scale, they're like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So sometimes people would refer to this as a 10, which is the same thing as saying a third. Like, if it made sense, if I was just like counting up to that one, there we go. So like, there's things, but whatever, it's totally just the interval a third. Like, so there we are with thirds. So it's like a major chord. That was cool.